All right, this is Jeff Howald, and I did get a question from one of the people that follows us. And the question was, I've hurt my hand a little bit, and I'm wanting to know how I can get back to playing at a faster speed. And this particular message referenced a speed of 140, okay? Now, if you're using the metronome, your finger speed is determined by how many notes you play per click. So Earl Scruggs, when he was playing something like Foggy Mountain Breakdown, would play about 150 beats a minute with 4 notes per click. And it would sound like, and I'm going to actually show you how this would sound like. So I set the metronome for 150. And here's what that would sound like as well. Or if he was playing Foggy Mountain Breakdown, it'd be like this. Okay, now Earl, I think, would get up to like 160, 170. So that's really fast. Now, if you're wanting to start slow and gradually increase your speed up, we actually put together a book called Beginning Warm-Up Series. And all this book does is start you really slow doing this one roll, which is... We call it a 7-note roll. It starts on the 5th string. It's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you'll notice that we leave the 8th note out. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pause. So we start that roll really slowly, played with the metronome, and we tell you what speed you're playing, and then we gradually speed it up. So if I was going to start this, I would start at, let's say, we're going to start at 50. So I will come back to 50. And if you're wondering what kind of metronome, I like the Boss DB90. Now they're expensive. They're like 125 to 150 bucks, but they have this wheel on them that lets you increase very easily. So we would start at this speed for... And then I can just at random increase 3, 4. Three, 4. And you just go as fast as you can and just keep increasing the speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the whole point of this is that everything's relative. In other words, you have a click, and then you play either 1 note per click, 2 notes, or 4 notes for every click. And it almost doesn't matter where you start, but you start really slow and then gradually speed up. Once you've hit a speed that you're having trouble with, then you back down. And let's say you start at 50, you might go up to, let's say, 90. And you start all over again, but this time you might start at 55 and go up as fast as you can, and then you go back to 60 and on and on. And with each practice, you always start at 50, because what you're trying to do is program that into your mind as accurately as possible. Now, if you get this book, that's going to do that automatically. What it will do, it will start at around 45, and it will play a track that is gradually increasing for about 2 minutes. So you might start at 45 and you might end at, you might start at 35 and end at 50, okay? And you play that until you're comfortable with it. Then you go to the next faster 2-minute video, and that might start at 50 and take it up to 65. I didn't bother to look and see what the actual numbers are, but you do that. Now, if you, let's say, get up to 100 on a particular practice session, and you're all relaxed, the next day you don't start at 100. You would start usually back at 50, and if 50 seems real slow, you may only play it a couple times and then go up to 55, 60, and eventually you would get back to 100. Now, chances are, if you went to all that trouble, which might take you an hour to go back from 50 to 100, you might this time be able to get up to 105. So that's really how all that works. And if you have any questions, you can certainly send me a text or send something through whatever you use. But anyway, that's the book, and you can get it through Amazon.